Okay, so I'm still trudging along here, everybody, and I have a little cup of bling here that I've been fishing around in. And in here I have all, that was gifted to me. I think it was from Edwina Kinch. And it's just so gorgeous. So I have all of these little pieces that I fished through, and you know, I don't usually use huge pieces of bling, but today I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna go for the big splash. And I love this. Ooh, but I want to save it. That's still a really special piece. Now this piece I've gifted to several people, and I've never really used it myself. And since it's just gonna sit on a table, I don't know what that little smudge is, I think I'm gonna use the bow and this one. Let's just go for it. I had this brooch that I made, and I have several in this same color scheme. So I think I'm going to disassemble this and maybe put this piece underneath. Let's see if I can gently pull this apart. Oh, it's in more pieces than I realized. Let's see. I'm just thinking it might need a few leaves underneath. So let's see. One, maybe one here. I do love leaves. I don't believe in life coming back as something else. However, if I had a choice, I do think a tree would be lovely. Okay, Mom. If Mom heard me, she'd be like, Carla Diane. Okay. So I'm going to glue down the leaves, just a little bit of glue. I like to stick leaves wherever I can. Doesn't take a lot of glue. And make sure those fibers can peek out a little bit without sticking all over me. And then I do have E6000 for the sake of the camera, because I wasn't expecting to use this heavy bling. I'll stick it down now, and then I'll probably have to come back with my E6000 for this piece because it's pretty heavy and I want it to stay. And then under here I put that really pretty piece of handkerchief, but now I'm going to end up covering it. I guess that's okay. I really like this piece. And I want it right there. And then the bow, I think right there, but I'm going to have to elevate it a little bit. So let's see, what else should go? I think more leaves, if I can find some that'll be thick enough. Let's see, where did that collar piece go? This might help. It's just gonna get covered anyway. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'm really good for layering and layering and layering. Sometimes you have to, I'm learning, to make everything work. So put that there. And then I'll stick this underneath. And let's see, I should have one more glue stick hiding here. I do. They really go fast in this tiny glue gun. And then again, I don't have the E6000 right now, but what was I gonna do on the handle? I'm not sure. I kind of like that. That might be pretty. Is this too much bling, you guys? Can there be too much bling? I guess there can be, but today we'll pretend that it's not. Here's a pretty piece. Let's pull this off. That's the thing. When you make it yourself, you can pull it apart and do what you want with it. And I like that there. So I'm going to put that there. Just like that. And I'm going to, and of course, when you're crafting, because you are the artist, if you don't like it, you just change it later. But for now, that's going to be on the handle. I've been really wanting to use that bow. And I'm going to put one more flower there. See, I am covering up pretty much everything I created. Or I painted. What am I saying? Created. I'm covering up everything I painted pretty much. I'm going to put a little more glue under there just to make sure it sticks, and then I'm going to put one more flower right there. The bodice of this wedding dress had so much of this daisy applique, so I'm not getting nervous using it up because I have a generous amount more. Let's see. Oh, I didn't cut that out very well though. Kind of messy. Let's see if this one will look okay. Oh, that one, the pearl just fell off. Let's see. Yes, no, maybe. Did I glue it down? Not very well. Okay, well, you know what? I'm ready to move on. So I'm just going to put a little glue there and come back to that. I do love... Okay, that might be over the top. Okay, so I probably should have put the bling on last. But this is the other side. And I want to put something pretty around the face of the mirror. This doesn't bend in a circle very well. I did ruffle some lace. Let me see if I can find it. I did. I ruffled this. And I think I like the idea of more lace around the face of it and then maybe some pearls. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be pretty. So we will start down here because I believe I can put an applique right here to cover up where the two will meet. I'm finding that I really like ruffling fabric too. It's becoming kind of a like relaxing thing to do. We're just doing a running stitch and pulling apart. Oh, I like this. It's going to be kind of flouncy. So yeah, I'm covering up all my paint job here. That's okay. So I kind of Googled and not Googled, searched on YouTube to see who might have done a mirror like this. I'm sure that somebody has done one of these Dollar Tree mirrors, but I didn't find a video with this particular one. I found the actual mirror on Pinterest, and I did see where people use them for they put like an invitation right here in the middle, oval, and gave them as like wedding or bridal invitations. So this didn't meet all the way, but that's okay because I'll be putting some applique there anyway. And I love how flouncy that is. I have this beaded pearl trim, which would be pretty. It's just so white. I don't really want it that white. I have this one. Boy, I don't know. I have this teardrop one. I think that one wins. It's never really been my favorite trim, but I think as far as the color and the shape, it's gonna work best. And then in the corner here, might be nice to put a flower there. This is just a gathered piece of that same lace. I thought about kind of pinwheeling it around like this and sticking it there with a piece of bling. So let's try that. First I'll add the trim. Oh boy, if I have to get up again and go get another glue stick. I guess you just can't gauge how much glue stick you're going to use, right? I do want to avoid strings as much as possible. Wow, this is the first time I've actually, maybe the second, I think I may have used this trim on an altered box. I got this trim at one of those trim stores in Phoenix, and it was really cheap. But it's pretty, you know, I mean, you can make it work. I've seen other ladies use it, and they make it work really well. So, I'm not sure how thrilling you will find this. But I'm having fun now here, so I could chat with you for another 20 minutes. I think my first video was about 20 minutes. Okay, so I'll press this down a little bit more just to make sure it's down. I don't really mind the shabbiness around the edges either. Kind of like it. To make sure it's stuck down. And then I'm going to snip this here. And so this is the, you guys, I've just been so crafting and not looking at the camera, so I'm sorry if you couldn't see me there for a bit. This is just, ooh, almost tipped my tea, that wouldn't have been good. Gathered lace, just like what I just put around the mirror. And I'm kind of pinwheeling it like this. And I'm going to just stick it down here. And then I hope to put a piece of bling right there in the middle. Let's stick it down without burning myself. Ooh, nice. Okay, and then let's see, should I put another piece of lace in the middle? That one's a little too tight. I don't like that. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. Maybe just some cheesecloth. Let's pull this apart. That is the beauty of fabric craft. You can pull things apart and readjust. And yeah, that's too big. This needs to be smaller. I'm gonna cut the center out. Let's see if I can finagle this a little smaller here. Let's see. I think I can. Okay. I'm just going to make a slightly smaller piece. But I do want it shabby, like so. Yeah, it's not bad. And then we're going to put some bling in the middle. Which one? I do say which one, not that one. I had a piece I liked better. Let's see if I can find it. There's one I made a while back. Got a real fun little shimmery piece hanging down there. Definitely had fairy in mind when I made that, except that I think I always have fairy in mind. And I think this is the piece I want to put in the middle. It's funny, I dug out all these pieces I've never used, and I'm using most of the pieces I already had on this brooch I made. But I'm going to stick this one in the middle. I really like that. Just want to fluff this up a little bit more. And glue it down. Like so. It can go right in the center there. Oh yeah, I like that. I'm gonna get that string off there. And the last thing I think is I'm gonna figure out what I want to do on the handle. What do I want to do on the handle? Probably more of the flowers, just to kind of mimic the other side. Maybe a big one here. Let's see. No, that's too big. Don't want it quite that big. Let's see if I have a smaller piece. Wow, did I use all that applique already? I was going to town on it though. I may not have dug enough out. This piece could work. Let's try this piece. Let's see. I have some flat back pearls that I'm going to use to accentuate this. These daisies that have no real embellishment inside of them. So they'll show up a little better once I put the flat back pearls in. And because I can see this vintage handkerchief applique right there, I think it'd be pretty to add it here. Boy, I don't know if I like that the bow is kind of showing there. So I think to remedy that, I'll add some leaves maybe. Let's see if that'll work. I think that'll work. I'm gonna do that. Oops. Glue stick alert. Be right back. I'll grab several this time. I didn't grab enough. Okay. Oh, there's more of my applique here. That's good. Right. So I'm gonna add a little more glue stick here and some more leaves around the little neck of the handle. Yeah, I find crafting so relaxing, and like I said, somewhat of a nervous habit. You know, you feel like you've got to do something with your hands, and fiddling with the crafts really helps. At least it does for me. And I know I already have a flower applique there, but for height reasons I'm gonna add one more on top just to give it a little more bulk. Oops, I don't want to. Oh there, I managed to burn myself right on camera. Wasn't that lovely? And I don't plan on editing it out, because that's the real world, as many of us know. So that kind of helped camouflage the bow a little bit. It's peeking through some, which is okay. And then the pieces that I was going to put on the bottom here, when I burned myself, they flew away. I'm not exactly sure where they went. But I did find the rest of my applique. So I'll just cut out some more. So you guys, I have another night of teaching added to my schedule. I don't know if you saw my video where I show what I do for a career, but I'm a pottery instructor. I teach adult classes now. I did adult and children, but I've passed the baton to my assistant, and she does a wonderful job. And now I just teach adults, but unfortunately one of our instructors had a major health crisis, and so she can't teach her class anymore. So I've got to pick up her class for her, which I'm happy to do, but it's in the evening. I don't like driving at night. Where I live, we have lots of animals. Thankfully we have deer whistles, and a lot of people tease us because they think those don't work. When you're from the Wisconsin, Michigan area, a lot of people don't have those, or maybe they do, but I swear by them. I've seen the deer literally stop in their tracks. And shortly after we moved here many years ago, I hit a deer, and thankfully no one was hurt, but it was very scary. And ever since then, I used the deer whistles on our car. We all do, and so far, thank God, no one has hit a deer. So I think they work. But that being said, I still don't like to drive at night. And you can literally pull over and watch them playing in the fields. They're so pretty. Sometimes there's up to 12 deer at a time, and they're just gallivanting in the field at night. You can see them. Their eyes are kind of glaring at you, but they don't cross in front of me, which is wonderful. I just thought that might be pretty under there. I'm gonna see how it works. I like it so far. Just kind of just do what you want to do. So how is that? Except for not being very centered, I like it. I like it. And I might call it a wrap here. Let's see. I'm gonna put a pearl here in the middle. Where are my pearls? And then on this side, I thought I'd still add a few of these. I like these, and I've had those for a while too. I've kind of used them here and there, but not very often. I'll put one there, and one here. I like working in threes. I think people call that the designer's pair. Threes. Threes always seem to balance things out. So Seems like there should be a little something there. I have these floral ones, but I'm going to have to hunt those out. So what I'll do is I'll add the flower flatbacks, and then I'll just take a still photo of that and show you. So is there anything else? I don't know if I want to cover that little dot there. I think I do. And then I'll stick a flat back. I'll stick a flat back there as well. And just do that. And stick that there. Oh, I'm not going to be happy till I totally tip over my tea. I should just drink it, shouldn't I? Okay, so I'm pretty happy with it. That's a crazy amount of bling, isn't it? This is the back, and this is the front. Okay, that's that. Move it, Carla. Alright, and this is the front, and I'll take some still pictures with the wax paper off, but I like it. That was fun. And I think I'm going to put one more of these right here. Yeah. And I might tweak the leaves here a little bit more just to cover up the bow for when you turn it over. But I have officially gone about 27 minutes for this part 2. But I hope you've enjoyed crafting with me. I've enjoyed crafting with you and making this fun, pretty altered mirror. There's the back, and there's the front. So I'll be back again with another video when I can, but until then, keep on crafting. Have a happy day. Bye.